Hello world, my name is Gus. I live out here in Washington State and I want to deal with a very serious, very blah blah, yes I sometimes get tongue-tied, very serious subject today. Look at my face. Can't hardly smile anymore. Why? My facial muscles are gone. My arm muscles are gone. My legs are gone. I have muscular dystrophy. Why do I talk about facial muscles? Because as I went down the street yesterday, I'm looking pretty much like I do right now. There it is, down. I don't see my face. I'm not unhappy. I'm driving down the street. My neighbor starts walking at me and he goes, and I said, "What's that for?" He says, "Well, that's what your face looks like." How insensitive are people to disabled people nowadays? Now, I didn't come back at him and say, which I wanted to say is, you know, I'm not doing this on purpose. This is part of my life. This is the way I have to deal with every day. And I have to deal like that with you people, with you people every day. You make jokes, you look at us, and then you look away, or you avert your eyes the other way. You say to me, "If you need any help, call me." What do you mean, if I need any help? I'm in a wheelchair, I'm alone. Now, I'm not going for the pity factor today, folks. I want you to know that this is the way it is. I'm in contact with a lot of disabled people on a not regular basis, but when we go to functions. And bias, I'm telling you, is alive and well today in this society. Now, I don't say this lightly, but I know what it's like to be black in 1950. Why do I know that? I moved in here into a great neighborhood. I'm on a golf course. And immediately my next door neighbors went down to the clubhouse. Now, I wouldn't learn this for 2 years. They went down to the clubhouse. "Oh, what's a man doing moving in a wheelchair moving in next to me?" They proceeded for 2 years to harass the crap out of me. They went to the clubhouse and said I was harassing golfers. They went around the neighborhood and said I was a pervert. They came into my garden and smashed some figurines. And other neighbors saw it and knew it and said nothing. Oh, over time, I had a couple of neighbors come to my rescue by getting in their face a couple of times. But man, I tell you, the support was, "Oh, Gus, let it go, let it go. Just let it go. What are you doing to them?" Folks, I never did anything to these people. I finally had to take them to court. And they immediately went in their house and left me alone and then sold their house 2 weeks later. They still live here. They bought a house down the other end of the subdivision. And they continue to harass people that go by their house. They're just a couple of sickos. Tom and Chrissy Monpas, M-O-N-P-A-S, here outside of Ordine. And I got all the documentation. I finally got the statements from 6 neighbors. They saw the figurine being broke. They saw them spying on us. They heard all the accusations. Oh, and there's tons more. But let's move along from that. At the same time, I went to a car dealership numerous times. They used the disabled parking to put their service vehicles in. I called the police, had them ticketed. I came to the dealership for work, and I couldn't get in, and I talked to somebody about it. Saw another car being parked, called the cops, got them ticketed. The manager saw it, kicked me out. Finally threw me out of his dealership. Contacted the Americans with Disabilities Act. I've been discriminated against and harassed. Letter from them said, "We ain't going to deal with it." Washington Human Rights Commission. That's who we go to in the state of Washington for bias cases. They investigated the case. After 2 weeks, the investigator proved that, yes, this is what happened. 4 years later, the commission had buried the case so bad that I had to finally get legal help to get them to unbury it, to get any conclusion. My reward, their penalty, nothing. The final statement said nothing implicated me, and I get $4,000 out of them, which didn't even cover my lawyer's costs. That's justice in the United States of America. I'm not going for the pity factor here, folks. I'm going for you people that I know out there that may become disabled. Because this is the world you're going to live in. Of course, if you don't come out, which most people don't, disabled stay in their homes, don't come out, you're not going to see me or people like me every day out in society. I'm out there. I'm in the trenches, and I'm an advocate. I mean, I would love to tell you how many people I got ticketed for disabled parking, or how many businesses I've got in their face, and governments I've taken on for these cases. And I've had some successes. But overall, hey, people, park wherever you want. Take away our rights for that. Businesses, do whatever you want to us, because nobody cares. Nobody cares. My neighbors, for the first few weeks after Judy died, they would come over and give me some food or whatever, and that slowly went away. Okay, here's the case with me and my neighborhood. Most of my friends were not my friends, they were Judy's friends. Judy had a much more wonderful personality than me. And over time, they have all gone away. But that's what neighborhoods are really like. How many of you out there know a disabled person that you've gone over to their house lately to help out or do anything for? Probably not many. And that's just the way it is. So this isn't going for the pity factor. This is going for wake up America and look at the new black person in the United States of America. And I don't say this lightly, but I grew up in suburban Philadelphia in the 50s, and I know how blacks were treated. I know how in those days segregation was in place. I experienced it in Biloxi, Mississippi, 1964. My roommate was black, I was white, and we couldn't go off the base together. We couldn't go in any bar together. And that's the way it was, and now we have the new black of America. And I don't say that lightly, and I'm not saying that I know what it's like to be a black person, but I know how it's like to be treated differently. Always differently. People look at you and then look the other way. When they're walking down the mall, they don't say, oh, there's a guy in a wheelchair behind us, there's a wheelchair behind us, I must be invisible. And then the little jokes and the little innuendos and the just the exclusion of anything. I came to the state of Washington as a golfer. I was in a scooter. I could still golf. How many times I've been invited to golf in all the years out here? Well, anyhow, I gotta conclude this for now. This is just the start. But for my friends out there, I'm perfectly fine. I got money, but I think of all the people that are in a wheelchair that don't have the resources I have. They're really hurting. And get ready for a whole new world once you enter a wheelchair. So this is Gus and Oreen. Say bye now. Have a great day. And if you're in a chair, God bless you. And for you that are reaching the elderly ages, I hope you don't ever reach this point. Take care now. Bye.